Howdy folks, welcome back to Constracktion. I have turned my construction train around. We're heading over, I guess it'd be east on the map. And I think I'm going to buy another dirt car. I've got just enough money, I believe, to buy a dirt car. Yeah, we got 30k. I can buy a dirt car for 30k. I think that'll help us just with these bigger cuts and fills and stuff. So, I've never done this before. Let's see what happens. Okay. So I bought a dirt car. Now what? Where is the dirt car? That's a great question. Let's go find it. And then we're going to head over and try to connect up the factory, because that will unlock, I think, signals and a faster loco. So, oh, the dirt car goes in this track. Hey, okay. So we got to do a little bit of switching moves. Y'all up for some switching moves? So I'm going to put my train in there, and then I can nose in and pull that out and stick it on the back of the train. I think that'll work if we have enough room. Top on this view. Already going backwards. Look at that, we got a horn. Love it. Might do this in 4x speed just to save a little bit of time. Oh, I'm not used to driving in 4x speed. That was a little quick. Let's slow back down. And then we need to hop out. And I think if we're standing here, we can just pull the lever. Does that work? Or do I have to do this? I guess I have to do it with can't click on it. Like, I can click there to get in, but I can't click on here to uncouple, I guess. I have to hold spacebar and scroll mouse up. It's just not very intuitive. But in theory now, we can pull forward. Sans train. I can go get that dirt car. Sticking on the back of the train here. So it's going to be a little bit of switching, and then we're going to head for the factory. I've laid out a whole bunch of flags. The flags are more for just reference of what the height is rather than necessarily where I want to go. Also, I hooked up a keybind, not only for direction, but for throwing the switch. I'm using semicolon. It's right next to L, which I'm using the IKJL for the driving. And then I've got insert delete doing the reversing, just like run 8. So we got to back all the way up past this switch. Grab that dirt car. And you are set for straight. Oh, I have to go the other way. I was thinking this was like a double slip. It is not. My bad. Alright, 4 times speed for the win. Alright, throw that. So the throw is like depending on which way you're looking. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that as well. Hey, we leveled up the coal line. It's been leveling up as it delivers stuff. Alright, let's get back on normal speed, and then I need to go direction. Pedal to the metal. And then I think I can just run into this car to grab it. I don't think we actually have to couple. I think they are automatic couplers. Alright, back and forward. Throw that switch. We're off to the races. So I'm hoping this was a worthy purchase. Be able to take some more dirt anyway. Or if I should go ahead and fill it up half full of dirt, since we've got it in the depot. I think that is... the right direction? I'm confused. What? Do I have those back? Why is that backwards? What is going on? Direction plus. Yeah, direction minus. Yeah. Why is that suddenly backwards? That should be plus direction, but it's not. Weird. You're weird, game. Okay, well, I guess the controls are reversed now because reasons. Maybe it's confused. Oh, maybe it's confused because I put a car on the front of the train? I guess it's trying to do some automatic thing. That seems like a bug to me. The directions should be agnostic of, you know, where you're coupled. It should be in relation to the locomotive. I think that's what's going on. I think it's just because we coupled onto the front. It's corn fused now. Alright, now we have to do some fancy switching. We gotta get back over here, and I may want to hop out and line these by hand. I should have enough time to do that. Oh no, I already flipped that one, so we're good there. We are good to go. Flip that switch. Go in reverse, which is actually forward. Oh yeah. Got some horn action. Then we'll go throw this on the end of the train and run back around it. We should be able to head out. And I didn't grab the dirt. We'll take our chances. I know at some point we're going to be going through a bunch of hills, so we'll need the space. We'll just have to see how it plays out. And there are no handbrakes, so I think it just relies on them sitting there. There we go, uncoupled. So I'm guessing now the direction is correct. Yes, okay. I think that's a bug. I don't know if that's supposed to be a feature. To me, that's a bug. Okay. Why'd you stop? That was weird. I didn't touch any controls. It just stopped on its own. There's been a lot of fixes and quality of life stuff. Just a little more required. I think there's still some kind of weird bugs. Alright, throw the switch. Hit the reverser. I'm not being consistent with my whistles. Okay, back around, and then we're ready to lay some track. And I may want to just refill while we're here, because I did use a little bit. I needed to lay a little bit of track so I could actually have room to back this in there. Still not quite used to driving this thing. Horn button is nice and responsive. So we got that going for us. I wonder if the track car already refilled. I don't know if it was close enough to the dock when I parked there. I wasn't paying any attention. Oh, there goes the train in the background. Going through the Y. I heard the squeaky wheels. All right, let's back up a little bit, and we should get this track refilled. Can I refill the dirt from here, actually? Yeah, the track is oops. Can I transfer the dirt? I can. From this side, too. Okay, cool. Well, we'll just grab that dirt. Or we're going to be heading through. We got a little bit of fill to do. Maybe I will leave that here. Let's leave that here. That on gradient. And then forward hoe. So the factory itself is like 3 feet basically. Then the ground is pretty low over here, but it's around 10 feet-ish or so through here, and then we need to dive down to the factory basically. So the idea is to start over here and head down to around 10 to 12 feet. Because there is a switch over here that's at like 11 feet, so we need to be around 11 feet. There's a pre-laid switch over there we're going to connect up to. Alright, we got a mile of track, we got a little bit of dirt. Let's do this. I'm going to start curving that direction. See how we do. We're already almost out of dirt. I didn't realize we were quite that high up. That's a shame. I may have to put a cut in over here to grab dirt to fill. So I kind of need to head like right over the top there where that's going. How much dirt is this dropping out? Kind of wondering if I should have done 1% down. And it says I need like 0.5% to get over there, so we'll go with that. Sometimes you get stuck in the alt view and you can't get back out. I'm not sure why. Moving the mouse usually fixes it. Yeah, we're gonna run out of dirt, so we're gonna have to put in a dirt spot over here to make this fill happen. Yeah, we are basically out of dirt. Alright, let's go revoice. I want to bring the grade up to 0% before I forget. And then I'm just going to back up a little bit here. And we'll make a cut over here to grab some dirt. Let's come back over to here. We need to be right up on the concrete ties. Forward hoe. Now we should be able to make a turnout. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, that. Okay, J and L make the turnout change? Weird. Well, should I just make this? Let's just make it match the grade here. That's fine. Then I won't forget to change it back. So I need a lot of dirt. Let's just head right into the mountain here. Gobble, gobble. Gobble up all this dirt. So half full is going to be one full car. We might need to slow down just a little bit. We are grabbing a lot of dirt. Let's go for a little over half full, and we'll see what that does for us. Okay, reverse, and then I do want to remove the track. We'll come back in here if we need to, but I want this track for getting over to the factory. It's always a little weird when you're removing turnouts. Let's see how that works. Actually, maybe I should just leave the turnout here, since it's kind of there. I might have to come back here for more dirt, so I should have stopped it a little sooner. We'll leave like just a little bit of a, oops, a little bit of a spur here. Got to change direction. Back forward. All aboard the fail train. Just want a little bit of a spur here. So this turnout stays here. Alright, one more section. That'll work. Alright, we got a bunch of dirt. Let's go put in a fill. Keep an eye on the RPMs here. And we should have a switch stand over here somewhere. Forward O. We don't have a button on here for the horn. Could definitely feel the weight of that dirt. It does seem to shift up through the gears now. Oh wow, coal mine's at level 5. So it must be doing okay on the run there. So I mean, oh yeah, making money. Look at that. We need to be a little slower so we have time to throw the dirt out in front of us. Oops, wrong button. I know I probably should have went over and like followed that mountain a little more, but then we would have had to make a massive cut over there. So either way, making a big cut or a big fill, we'll use lots of dirt. And we are still headed down at 0.5%. We need to just miss that river over there. And I can just make out, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on YouTube, right above my front headlight, there's a little red flag. That's the end of the river. So we're kind of shooting for that. But I want to go out straight and then curve a little bit so we can go right up through that valley. That's the idea. Wow, that's a lot of fill dirt. Yeah, I think 5 is about as quick as we want to go. Alright, I'm going to start curving that way. Something like that. Is this too big of a fill? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Oh, crap. Stop. Need more brakes. Need more brakes. Oh boy. Can I even back up this, or am I totally boned? It's going the wrong direction. What are you doing? Oh boy. Now what? I guess it didn't have the traction, so it just started rolling off. Okay, well, let's see what happens. I may have to... Oh no, it did. Uh-oh, what did it do? Wait! Oh, did it put my train back at the... Oh my goodness. I think it reset my train to the shed. Okay, so I'm going to have to come down here, pull these cars back, run around the cars, get them on the back of the train. It's going to take some doing, so... I will do that off camera, and I'll see you in a bit. What a mess. It's a good... That might be a good thumbnail, though. At least there's that. Oh, neat. Look at this big old upgraded train. I'm just sitting here waiting to turn on the Y. Thought I'd show this real quick. That's the level 5 coal train. 6 cars. 2 locos now. Making its way along. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to continue the switching moves of shame. Alright, I'm going to show this part. I'm going to ease on up to the cars here. Can we even pull these backwards? I'm hoping the answer to that is yes. Because if not, I'm going to have to wait a while to get enough money to buy another locomotive to help us pull this. Let's ease up to here and couple on. And we'll see what happens when we try to back up. Oh boy. At least the cars are empty now. That should, in theory, help. Understand why I'm slowing down when I'm on a downgrade. At 1 notch of throttle. Doesn't seem to make much sense. Okay, we are coupled. I don't know which direction we're going because the direction... I think anytime you have something hooked to the nose, it's backwards because this didn't change. So I think we have to go forward to go backwards. It's very confusing. That is indeed going forwards. It's weird. Did it move the lever? I thought the lever moved. Maybe it didn't. Okay, that is going backwards. Oh, they have wheel slip. Cool. So now I'm going to run back around, get these on the back of the train, come back up here, remove this track, and then we will continue on our merry way. Hopefully. Also had a thought, I could probably go up this side off this Y we built through here to the factory. I don't know if that's a thing. I didn't even scout that way. Oh, if you're hovering over the map, Alt doesn't work. Figured that part out. So if you're in Alt mode and you can't switch out, it's probably because your mouse is over the map. Fun. See you in a bit. Alrighty, let's try this again. So I got some dirt. Got the train all switched around. I laid some track in there because it refilled the track when it reset over there. So we got some room to rip up the track down here. So we're going to head on down. And we're going to drop a save while I'm thinking about it. Here we go. Then we're going to head on down here and rip up some track and try to redo this. Not fail quite as spectacularly this time. I'm kind of wishing I had hugged the mountain a little more over there, but that's okay. Nope, stop too soon. 4x speed is fun. So I wonder, I think with those dirt cars being so heavy, let's actually drop, let's uncouple from those. I don't need those to remove track. Let's leave those back here and try to get this track ripped up. So you don't have to hold space, you just have to use the mouse wheel. That was my bad. Alright, so we're uncoupled from those. Look at that roller coaster track. It's so bad. Now I need to see if I can... Anytime you uncouple, you pull forward, it kills your throttle. I don't know. Bug, I guess. I really hope we can remove this track. It's pretty bad. Let's ease up here and see what we can do. I don't know how else you would fix this. Like if you literally can't lay track. You may have to come backwards and get like a run at it or something. Go ahead and set my grade. No, 0.5% is fine. We'll just leave that there. Yeah, that is really steep. It's gonna ease down over this and we'll see what happens. Can I stop? Sort of. With full brakes, I kind of sort of maybe stop. Maybe? Maybe? Get my nose on the... Well, I guess I need to lay track. It's gonna be bad, but I have to be able to stop in order to start backing up. It's not looking good for the home team here. I need more brakes. Oh my gosh, we finally stopped. Nope, we're going again. Why am I going forward with full brakes on? Is the car that heavy, I guess? Yeah, like, I'm not touching anything, and it just keeps moving forward. So there's that, I guess. Again, I'm not touching anything. It's just being weird. Okay, I want to set this to removing, and then we're going to get some power on. Can we... No, it's going the wrong direction. Why is it going the wrong direction? I'm clearly in reverse. There's some bugs around reverse and forward. Yeah, I guess reverse is forward? No, it's turning lasers on. What is happening? What is even happening right now? Full brakes on. I keep moving. I can't go forward or backwards. I can definitely go forward. I think the physics is kind of flipped out. Alright, let's put this on. It wants to be 3%. So let's go 3%. Release the brakes. We're on laying track mode. I think it was just too heavy for it to move backwards. So the lesson learned here is just don't mess up this badly. Pay attention to that dirt level. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's a thumbnail. Whoops. Okay, full brakes. Can't hold it. Removing track. Direction backwards. Brakes off. Oh, coal mine derailed? It was going too fast somewhere and it derailed. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. Gotta get some power on. Let's go. Come on, little engine. You gotta push up this track. I don't think it's got the power to do it. Nope. Well, do I need to lay out track? And I don't have any dirt on me. So there's that. So we can just kind of try to lay track the best we can here. Let's just set this to 0. It's just going to lay it on the ground because I don't have any dirt. We're going to have to kind of give it the beans and hope for the best, I guess. We can get up here a little ways. A little bit of a sway back. The Fitz ain't got nothing on us. I don't know where this dirt's coming from, but okay. Okay, we are stopped. We're removing track. We're going to go for it. Horn toots of confidence. Where is he derailing? Sorry, Coltrane. I can't deal with you right now. I'm too busy with my own mistakes. Okay, we got some momentum. Ride the wave. Ride the wave. Nope. Wasn't enough of a wave. I don't know what to do here. Don't have enough money yet. I need I need 60 grand to buy the little loco. I guess the play is to just wait until we have the money. I don't think I'm making it back up that particular steepness. Yeah, I'm out of power even coming this direction now. Oh, the stupid menus. just can't make it up this embankment. It's too steep. I don't know that I can store track in the depot. Why is it adding track when it's set to remove track? I think I have confused the game mightily. Alright, let's go see what's going on with the terrain, because I think I'm gonna have to literally earn enough money to get a loco to get myself out of this mess. What a disaster. Let's go find the terrain. It gained a level, huh? Where are you derailing? It's not down here. It's not marking it on the map anywhere, is it? Where it derailed? I wonder if it's derailing, like, coming right out of the gate over here. Oh, here, we can follow it. Wonder if it can't slow down in time now for these curves. I might need to put a sign quicker here. I don't think it can slow down in time. Let's test that theory. Is this where it's derailing? Yeah, it's still going 18 miles an hour. I think we need to slow it down before it gets to this Y. Maybe? Yeah, it seems to be. It's got a bigger loco now. That's cool. So it's back at level 6. Set that at 10. So it slows down a little sooner. Get rid of that sign. Really, we can set it back to 20 like here. Yeah, then it goes to 40 once it's around that. Alright, so where are we changed? And we're changed it to 20 up here. We probably need to set that back a little bit further with these bigger trains. Yeah, let's do that. So let's get rid of you. And let's set you like here. Get you slowed down. Or I could set that one to 30. Set this to 20. That way it's kind of slowing down gradually. Let's do that. You're 30. Oh, are we not slowing down when we get over here? That's a problem. Yeah, you need to be going 20 here. And then you can... We need to be doing like 10 here. Maybe 15. Then you can let it rip here. I think that train can only go 20, but we'll set it for when we have faster locos. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure where it was derailing. We'll see if that helps any. Where you at, train? Heading back this way now. That is the bigger loco. Can he go more? I don't know if he can go more than 20. Will they automatically slow down when they get to here? Don't know. Never did set a speed limit here. Oops. We'll have them start slowing. So they should be good at 30 up through here. And then they need to slow. I think they're climbing, so they shouldn't need a ton of warning. Set that to 15. We'll set that to 15. Set you to 20. This can be a little quicker. What did I make this? Yeah. You can slow it to 20 and then they'll slow to 15 to go through the Y. Or 10 even. I guess they're going 10 through the Y. Used to be 20. There we go. They might have been derailing there. I'm not sure where they were derailing. Let's go take a quick look over here. On this side of the bridge. So yeah, they go up to 20 as they get out here. So I think this could probably be 30. Maybe we should keep it. We'll try that. We'll see what happens. All right, how we doing on money? Okay, we're getting there. What a mess. So yeah, if you go down too steep, you're just kind of boned. And that's all there is to it. You're just Dunsky. So I'm going to sit over here in my little shallow pit of shame. And wait till I get enough money to buy a loco. And then I think with the loco's help, I'm going to have to move those cars out of the way. If I hook on the loco there... Uh-oh, where'd he derail? I think I can pull myself out. But I need 60 grand before I can do that. Where did you derail? Oh, you're derailing on this curve. Okay. I thought I had that set to 10. I did not. There we go. Let's make sure it's set for 10 coming out of the factory too. Once you're out of here, you can go back to 20. And then I think it automatically slows going into the factory, but I don't know for sure. It's nice and straight. We'll let it figure itself out. And then I'm going to put a 20 here. We had a 10 there, so let's... Maybe we should just set that to 15. Gonna get up to 20 and then have to slow right back down again. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Let's set this back to 15. Oh, this may turn into a really long episode. 15. Alright, let's see how that does. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Back to level 5. Always something. Hey, level 6 again. Alright, let's watch him leave, and then we'll have to wait till I can buy a loco and fix our little mess. Alrighty, the coal train's been working away in the background, got us some money, and we bought the, what's called the slow locomotive. 60k, still got 40k left over. So I just let it run for a bit while I was doing other stuff. And it was cranking out the money. So I did drop a save. Let's see if we can get this thing... Toggle the... No, just toggle the view. Okay. Just what it says it does. Let's see if we can get this thing pulled up out of here. So if you watch the first map I did, the first little playthrough, we had one of these for extra power. So it should just automatically MU once I hook this up. Are the brakes any more powerful on this? Nope. Crap. Well, let's see what we can do. Full speed ahead. Oh, I don't think I have the track car set for removing track. Shoot. So I need to hop in. Need to hop in the other engine. It should control both from here, so. Alright, let's see. We need the direction. Yeah, it's still just, physics does weird things. Let's take the brakes off. Need this up forward a little bit so we can hopefully remove this track. And then full speed ahead. Removing track as we go. May or may not work. I don't know if we have enough tractive effort to get up this hill. My next plan is to try pulling just the track car up. And then bring them up one at a time. See, I don't know if this is going to quite do it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is. Alright. Put that back on laying track. Let it do its thing. Might need to get a little bit of a run at it. Forward hoe. I think if we had a little bit of momentum, we might pull this off. Train too slow. Ah, may have to tweak some of the speed limits. It was doing just fine at level 6. It's weird. Okay, remove track, direction that way. Full power ahead. Let's go, little train. It's almost up on the level. I just don't think it can quite do it. It acts like it has the brakes on when I don't have the brakes on. I don't know, it seems like when it gets in this situation, the physics and stuff gets all weird. What happens if I just shove this forward? It's pulling dirt out of its butt. I don't know where the dirt's coming from. I need you to push. Push, little engine, push. Okay, and then we're going to flip direction, set that to remove track. Full speed ahead. Get ramped up, get a little bit of speed going. And go, go, gadget train. Can we make the hill? Well, we can just almost make the hill. Okay, full brakes. I'm going to unhook. See if I can pull just the track car out of here, maybe. Although, I may want to get the loco down on the flat a little bit. This is such a disaster. It's going to be an hour and a half long video that nobody will watch. That's okay. I'm having fun. Alright, full brakes. And hop out. Unhook from there, and then if I hop in this guy, say direction, full speed ahead. Oh, we're hooked back up. Thanks, gravity. Let's try that again. Oh no, it was uncoupled. It was just falling, I think. Just when I take the brakes off of this guy, I think it's still technically controlling the other one, maybe? We'll see what happens. It should be uncoupled. So in theory, that train will stay there. Theory. No. It just shut itself down for reasons. Okay, that's derailed. Maybe that'll get set back to the shop. Oh, is this direction backwards now? I can't tell with all the weird physics stuff going on. Did it hook back up, maybe? Maybe it hooked back up. Yeah, that should be pulled. It doesn't want to move. Not sure why. Well, this is probably going to be a mistake I'll regret. Can we fiddle with this guy? Oh, because this guy is still trying to go too. Because it's technically hooked up. That's what's going on. It's trying to come with us. So I've pulled the uncouple, but it still thinks it's coupled. Ain't that a pickle? Okay, well, what if we run this off the end of the track and derail it? I don't think it's going to let me do that because it put it... No, it is still technically off the track. Oh, man. So close to victory. That would just be uncoupled and not control that train. That would be great. But it's trying to control both of them. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get this sorted out off camera, because this is getting ridiculous. All right, finally worked through the jank and got this thing out of there. That was crazy. Absolutely good. There's just all kinds of weird stuff, like if you change directions, it has to fully apply the brakes and then stop before it will go again. There's just weird stuff that goes on. So I was fighting that, but to we're up out of here, I dropped a save. I need to go get my dirt cars, and then we're gonna lay some track. So I'll see you in a bit. Hopefully, continuing on towards the factory. Okay, reassembled once again. The coal mine keeps flipping between level 5 level 6. I may have to do some tweaking to the signage on that line, or that may just be the best it can do given the gradient. However, let's try to lay some track. How about that? Alright, our grade is set. Our minimum radius was set to 300 when we were doing this. Let's try to lay some track. How about that? We got the little engine that could on the back end there. A little extra oomph. Get all this dirt moving. I think we're, yeah, we should be on track to go right around the end of the river. And I don't think we can do much more than 5-ish. So we're throwing dirt out in front of us. In fact, that might be asking a little much. Almost empty. We're still got like 40%. I guess it's throwing a lot of dirt down. Look at the cliff. The cliff of doom. That's a huge fill. Maybe this was a bad idea. Starting to think maybe I should have come down at 1%. Yeah, I'm already out of dirt. Well, let's not repeat past mistakes. Even with that extra engine on there, it's a little slow backing up. Yeah, I think this fill might have been a little much, but we're gonna move a lot of earth. So let me go get some more dirt, and we'll be back at it. Well, this dirt doesn't go very far. Just got over here. We were making so much fill. It's a little crazy. I'm gonna try to make it over here and hug this side of the mountain. But again, I'm just about out of dirt. Goes so fast. Yeah, that's it. We didn't make it very far, but we're almost across where we can start grabbing some more. So I'm going to keep cutting out me going and getting dirt, because this is otherwise going to be like a 2-hour video. So I'll be back again. Just got back. Leaving again. I keep forgetting how hard it is to slow this thing down with 2 full dirt cars. So, I almost did it again. We're good. We're all good. Alright, I'm going to try to kind of hug this as we go. Still hold up here. Hello? Might have brought too much fill over now. It'd be ironic if I have to go empty. Alright, let's straighten out and go this direction. We're finally across the Great Ravine. And we're looking for 11 feet, I think it was. By the time we get over to here. Yeah, 11 foot. We'll see how that goes. Trying to catch view of that flag. It's around the corner here somewhere. And also keep an eye on the grade. Yeah, there's the flag. So I'm going to go ahead and come up to level-ish. Probably did that a little too soon. Might have to be some fine-tuning here. I don't remember. Oh, there's the switch. I see the switch up ahead. So we're at 11.3. Can I catch view of what that is up there? Nope. Pretty sure it was like 11 even. So I might need to go down just a hair as we line this up. Overcorrected a touch. Yeah, I think we're at the right height. I might want to redo that curve a bit, but I think it's pretty close. We got the ILS. We'll see what it looks like once we connect. Then the factory itself was at 3 feet. I don't think that looks bad. It's a little janky over there. At some point I need to head towards that direction, so let's start aiming that way. I could stand to lose some dirt. Yeah, I see the next flag over there. We're gonna have some fill and some cut along here. Alright, let's start heading down. Back to straight. I kind of remember where the river was. I lost the track a little bit. I think I kind of see the flags. Yeah, it goes out around there if you look above the front headlight. So let's kind of start angling that direction. And then I think we can... We're getting down to about 6 feet. So we can go ahead and level off here. We got quite a cut coming up, so I may have to get rid of some dirt, ironically. Yeah, we're going to start filling up. Yeah, we got full. It was almost bad. Alright, come backwards, remove some track. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to run back and dump most of this dirt in the depot. So we've got it stored, and then we'll come up here and we'll hopefully finish up connecting to the factory. Finally, it's been a long run. Well, you know what I did? I forgot to hit record again. Whoops! This has just been a disaster of a video. Let me run back over here and show you what's up. I did connect to the factory. I don't remember where the factory connects to. We need to go find that out. I set up some speed signs along here. But basically I just finished out the line. I came over here. And then the way this is, I had to make a super sharp bend here. I may end up putting a turnout like here to go on over to the other coal mine. I'm not 100% sure. There's also some bridges here and there. I need to flag those somehow. Anyway, we just came around this super sharp turn, hooked up to the factory. It is now connected, but I don't remember for sure who connects to the factory. So let's run over here to the coal mine. Where do you connect to? Steel mill, okay. I wonder if it's the scrapyard. Was it the scrapyard that hooked to the factory? Let's go take a look at that scrapyard. Oh, there's a bridge. So there's a bridge here. I wonder if I add a... Yeah, I think if I add a marker. Let me put two kind of close together here so they kind of show up by the river. Yeah. So that'll mark, oops. That'll mark where that's at. Scrapyard. So that'll get us across that arm of the river. To go maybe to the coal or ore mine? I'm not 100% sure. I need to take a big overall look at the map. The scrapyard. No, it connects to the steel mill. Oh, so you'd have to hook that all up and then go to the factory? Did I do this kind of backwards? Probably. So does this steel mill take in stuff and then hook up to the factory? That would kind of make sense. Yep. Okay. So I did that a little bit backwards. We have the factory hooked up. I thought it was standalone for some reason. Let's go take a look. There is this turnout over here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, they put this here for a reason, right? So this has got to be a hint of some kind. But there is a big giant river here. So I'm not sure what that's a hint for. Probably should scout out. Oh, here's another bridge. Yeah, the train is still bopping between 5 and 6. So let me put a couple markers here. So we know where these are over the river. So that goes over there. Okay. So there's nothing up here. I think at one point I may have taken screenshots of all of these, but let's do that again. So that's the steel mill. The ore mine obviously is going to be the steel mill. The scrapyard also goes to the steel mill. Let me just confirm. Whoa, we're stuck in the trees. This does indeed go to the steel mill. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So coal, ore, and the scrapyard all go to the steel mill, and then the steel mill goes to the factory. Got it. So we've got a lot of track laying to do. I know some of you that played this map before were probably yelling at the screen the whole episode that I don't need to go to the factory yet, but we eventually need to go to the factory, so that's fine. We also have a lot more stuff to hook up. I need to scout around and see if there's other bridges. Come up with a plan, and we'll continue this in the next episode. Hopefully with a little bit less disaster. Because this was a doozy. I have no idea what this is going to be when it's edited together. It's going to be a long one. If you stuck it out to the end, you're a legend. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care. Dual horns.